Hello traders, my name is Tomasz Wiśniewski, I'm a chief analyst in Alpara Research and Analysis, and this is daily analytical report. Let's start with the calendar. Calendar usually on Monday and it's very quiet, but yesterday we had a lot of data. And on Tuesday it's getting busier, but as you can see on Tuesday the calendar is rather empty. So yesterday we had CPI for Eurozone. Most of the data for Eurozone comes exactly as expected, so it was not different here. Despite that, well, euro dollar is in a positive territory, but is under a very important resistance, so we do not have a great buy signal yet. As for today's attractions, we are just gonna get the GDT price index, so price of the diaries, a change of the price of the diaries, which is important for the New Zealand dollar, as New Zealand is the largest exporter of the diary in the world. Let's do an analysis of the instruments that we have left from the last week. So as you can see, huge volatility on British pound to Canadian dollar on this downtrend line. If we go with the head, not the bodies, we can assume that the downtrend line is still here, but this horizontal resistance got violated. What the price is drawing right now, so this is no longer here, this one is a bit wider. What the price is drawing here is a double top formation. This resistance is no longer here, traders do not respect this line, so we do have this double top formation which can end the upswing here. But I wouldn't be so sure about that, because this instrument is messing around with the technical analysis. Maybe okay, fair enough. Maybe this setup can bring us a reversal, but I would be extra careful with that. Maybe we draw the resistance in the wrong place. Maybe it's not here. We should ignore this area, but it's here, here, and here. If so, then we do have an interesting selling opportunity on British pound to New Zealand dollar. So we ignore bodies, we go with heads, head, and we ignore this, we go with those. So if that is the case, and that is the flag, we have a downswing, correction, and maybe a downswing. Let's also check the correction qualities, if there is any. Nope. The correction is still too small, so there is no correction equality pattern. New Zealand dollar to Canadian dollar is approaching this important resistance, and I'm looking forward for it. So this support is not relevant here. We are aiming the lower line of the symmetric triangle and downtrend lines here. And a bearish price action here will be an interesting occasion to go short. Euro to British pound. So they broke the lower line of the pennant. This was a nice pennant, but they failed to break the horizontal support here, which can actually be a very positive sign for the buyers. And the buy signal here on this instrument will be triggered when the price will break this line. I think this line is a consensus between this and this. So price breaking this pink line, which is actually the lower line of the flag formation, slightly like that. It's more, yeah, it's a flag. and the price coming back above this line, which is a previous upper line of the pennant. We need to see the price getting there to this checkpoint here, and that will be a buy signal. DAX had this head and shoulder pattern, and look where we stopped recently. We stopped on a long-term neckline of this head and shoulder pattern, and as long as we stay above this line, there is no sell signal. And the price reversed, and they tested the first resistance, and they beat this resistance. Okay, fair enough. The sell signal is delayed. It's not denied, it's delayed, because the right shoulder scenario is still in play as long as we stay below this pink line. We still can go there and then have a breakout. That still will be a head and shoulder formation. So the breakout of the orange area does not change much. Yes, it's better to do this than do not do this. But still, the buy signal on the German index is not so certain. Gold. No one knows what will happen here, right? So we have this huge drop which started in April. We have this hard bottom from the middle of August, and since that we have a correction. And fair enough, we went higher, but the price is struggling with the first Fibonacci level. Usually 23.6 should not be a problem, and the price usually ends on 38.2. But here price ended on 23.6 and ended with a double top formation, first and the second one. And that is a really negative sign. Also, we do have a kind of a pennant. So breakout of the lower line of the pennant triggers the pennant formation, and breakout of the red line triggers the double top formation here. I wouldn't go only with the pennant, but the price getting under the red line, that can be huge. Then that can be a very, very strong sell signal. British pound to Japanese yen. That is a breakout of this resistance. I cannot argue with that. There is an upswing, there is a wedge, and there is an upswing. Especially that, as you can see, this line was respected here, to be accurate. Here, then broken, and then after the breakout it was used as a support. Okay, fair enough. Now we do have a double top formation. And but the double top formation will be a sell signal from this formation will be triggered when the price will get there. And actually I would be more strict here, and I would go for this. So price getting there would be a strong sell signal. Yes. Now cable. Cable is on the run. After the breakout of this midterm down trend line, we are going higher. That's a kind of a V-shaped reversal. That's very often what you get after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, almost 9 out of 10 days, actually 10 out of 11 here were bearish. So that was a huge drop at the very beginning of the August. Now we do have a huge reversal, which cancels the sell signal and brings an optimism for the future. So here we do have a typical price action. So a broken resistance was tested, support. The price is making higher highs and higher lows. It all looks good. Bitcoin, that is typical. So downswing, flag, downswing, rectangle. we are inside of the long-term declining triangle, descending triangle, and first bounce from this horizontal support on $5,800 was quite decent. Second one, smaller. Third one, smaller. Fourth one, even smaller. Now we didn't even reach this support. Maybe we will reach it here, and then the bounce should be here, and then eventually a breakout. A breakout aiming very, very low levels. We will see if that is going to happen. Previously, like, we had flags. Here we had inverse and shoulder formation and a surge. Inverse and shoulder formation and a flag. Now what we do have is a rectangle. Rectangle is a trend continuation pattern. After the bounce from the upper line of the rectangle, we should see the bearish breakout. Yesterday's session was terrible here. The price declined sharply. And I'm talking that for quite a long time, that I'm expecting the price to test this blue area, that we should get to this blue area, because the importance of this area is crucial, it's big. It's area around $5,800, which was with us for a long time, and I have a bad information for the Bitcoin holders or hodlers, if you will. Most probably we'll see the breakout of this line. Most probably we'll see a breakout of this support, and then the next target will be here on $3,000, 2,800, and that will be only here, and that will be a nice occasion to buy. I think that the price can stabilize here. Obviously, it's a disaster for those who bought in December. Maybe you're out from the market anyway. But you know what? That was what is happening when inexperienced traders, they jump into the market, because that was not done by experienced traders, investors. That was just a bull run, just a bubble caused by retail traders that they heard about Bitcoin in the gym or in a taxi or in a grocery store, and they were buying with every price, because everybody was telling that the next stop is on the moon, and they found the $10,000 attractive and $15,000 attractive, because they thought that the next week it will cost $40,000. And if they still have this Bitcoin, they have certain amount of pain right now. If this pain will get too big, if this pain will be unbearable for them, that can bring troubles, because if the pain will start to be unbearable, they will sell their Bitcoin. And it's hard to say where is their panic button. If there was hit there, or maybe there, or maybe there, or maybe in the last 2 days, or maybe they still have it, and the panic button will be hit here, because like easily in 1 week we can decline from $5,000 to $3,000. I will think about buying Bitcoin myself around here. Why not? British pound to New Zealand dollar, that is an interesting situation, because we are having a double top formation, and this is a double top formation on the long-term highs. And what can this double top formation can bring us is not the decline the trend reversal, but a trend correction. Because after the breakout of the upper line of this triangle, the sentiment is very positive and the price should continue to go up. We have this horizontal resistance, we broke this resistance, and that gives us a strong buy signal. But this support was not tested. We cannot call that a test that happens straight afterwards. This support was not tested, and it would be nice to see the test of this support. So the price should get to the yellow area, and it would be nice to see a bullish reversal there. Let's check the Fibos. Even we can go lower, we can touch 38.2 Fibo or maybe 50 and then reverse. We'll see. Anyway, any bullish price action pattern here, so in particular double bottom or inverse head and shoulder formation, can bring us a proper buy signal. WTI oil. So what do we have here as a symmetric triangle which promotes both ways, because that's what symmetric triangle does. Chances for a bullish breakout and bearish breakout are equal. But in the same time we do have a head and shoulder formation, so a left shoulder, head and a right shoulder. But for the sell signal from here, we need to see the breakout of the combination of those two white lines. One is a head and shoulder, one is the neckline, one is a long-term uptrend line. So a breakout of that support can bring us a sell signal. Also, we do have an inverse head and shoulder formation, an upper line of the triangle, and breakout of the combination of those two can bring us a proper buy signal. Inverse, left shoulder, head and right shoulder. Breakout of those two, buy. American dollar to Japanese yen. So I was waiting for this inverse head and shoulder formation here, and I'm getting smaller inverse head and shoulder formation, but this scenario that we highlighted recently is in play. The price is aiming higher. That would be really interesting to see something like that. But first we need to see the breakout of the white line. We can bounce from this white line, downtrend line, and that will be a proper sell. S&P 500, breakout of the uptrend line, false sell signal, reversal. Breakout of the horizontal support, fake reversal. V-shaped reversal, thing which is super popular among American traders on stocks. They do that many times. Bulls play with the sellers. Some sellers get excited when they have huge drop, but buyers use it only for their pleasure to buy with lower prices. And the price is aiming higher. We do have this resistance here. Okay, it looks like that. Euro to Japanese yen. Still a buy signal. We even made new midterm highs today. We are on the highest level since middle of July, but this price got rejected, which actually is a bad sign. But it's not the end of the day yet. As for now, this candle is not encouraging to buy, because it's dodgy on the horizontal resistance, but price closing a day above this line will be buy. Actually, we do have a buy signal as long as we stay above this area. American dollar to Japanese yen. You see, Japanese yen performed a major reversal. Here, this can be considered as a false breakout, and actually is a very dangerous sign. But as long as we stay above the pink line, The buy signal is on. As long as we stay above the yellow area, the buy signal is on. So it's not a problem for the price. It's not a problem at all. As long as we stay above the yellow area, the buy signal is on. American dollar to Canadian dollar. So here we are under the influence of the false breakout here. Flag, false breakout from the flag, false breakout of the horizontal resistance, and the price is aiming higher. The price goes down and the price creates a flag. And this flag should result with the breakout of the lower line of this flag. It would go much easier, but the thing is that we are on an uptrend line. So we cannot break it straight away. It does not happen very often that the price misses the major downtrend line, uptrend line, and breaks it easily. Most probably it will take some time, so maybe another contact and finally a breakout. We'll see. But that's the current scenario for the American dollar to Canadian dollar. Silver had this chance for this double bottom formation, and they even broke the neckline of this formation. They went higher, but that was a false breakout. And you can see what is happening after a false breakout. The price is going in the opposite direction. So now what we are having is an inverse head and shoulder formation, which looks terrible. Left shoulder, head and right shoulder. That's not the prettiest one, but still it's legitimate. Especially maybe on the daily it does not look good at all, but on H4 it looks better than on H1. Left shoulder, head and right shoulder. But this breakout of this line, in my opinion, does not change anything. You need to see the breakout of the horizontal orange resistance. Bounce from this level will be a good occasion to sell. Now euro dollar, which you can see we got additional fuel today. The price went higher, but is now reversing, and this candle from previous H4 candle bouncing from the horizontal resistance is not too good, is not encouraging. The buyers here, a few days ago we said that there is a buy signal here and the price went higher. Okay, that is the situation here. So for the proper buy signal, we need to end with this resistance, because this resistance is getting stronger. But we'll see. Price closing above the white area is a proper buy signal on euro dollar. American dollar to Swiss franc with a proper sell signal. Downswing correction, which was a rectangle. Here, broken lower line of the rectangle. They tested that as a resistance, and then they are going down. That is a proper sell. It is hard to estimate how deep we will go, but my first look on the chart and this support, this resistance, support looks like a proper destination for the current price movements. Australian dollar to to American dollar. Now let me change the template and look what we are having here. Left shoulder, head and right shoulder. Looks even better on H4. So yes, we do have a sell signal. There is this neckline here, this downtrend line here, and maybe it will bring us a buy signal. There is also this area which will be important. So a lot of resistances ahead of us, but buyers have hope. Actually, okay, we need to be fair with the recent price movements. Only the fact that this candle stops here doesn't mean that it's resistance. The resistance is a bit higher. Price breaking the pink line will be a first step, but price breaking the upper green line will be a nice sell. It will be a nice buy signal. So let me recap the situation for you here. Probably a sell. New Zealand dollar, Canadian dollar, probably a sell. Euro, British pound, probably buy. DAX, buy. Gold, unknown. British pound, Japanese yen, still buy, but after the breakout of the support, sell. Cable, long-term buy, short-term sell. Bitcoin, sell. British pound, New Zealand dollar, short-term sell, long-term buy. Oil, waiting. Australian dollar, Japanese yen, buy. S&P 500, buy. Euro, Japanese yen, short-term sell, long-term buy. American dollar, Japanese yen, short-term sell, long-term buy. American dollar, Canadian dollar, sell. Silver, unknown. Euro dollar, long-term buy after the breakout of the white area. American dollar, Swiss franc, that is sell. And Australian dollar to American dollar, unknown. I would like to say that there is a buy, but we have too many resistances ahead of us, so it's not the best idea to buy right now. Okay guys, thanks very much for watching daily analytical report. Now we'll have a short break and we will have a webinar about basics of the forex market. So thanks for attending this webinar and see you soon.